Hi, Mila. Today I am going to read you one of my favorite stories. It's about an egg named Eggbert, and he had a little crack in him. Eggbert, the slightly cracked egg. The author is Tom Ross. The illustrator is Rex Barron. Let's read to find out what happens to Eggbert, the slightly cracked egg. With love to Elizabeth and all my slightly cracked friends. For my family. There once was an egg named Eggbert. He loved to paint beautiful pictures. See, there's Eggbert painting his pictures, and look at, here's all his egg friends watching. Egbert's paintings always cheered up the other eggs in the refrigerator. But one day it was discovered that Eggbert was slightly cracked. Uh-oh, I wonder what's going to happen next. Eggs with cracked shells were not allowed to stay. Sadly, the other eggs told Eggbert he would have to leave. Look at the expression on his face. Doesn't look very happy, does he? Eggbert waved goodbye to his old friends. He hunched his shoulders, what little shoulders he had, and pressed his shell together so that the crack almost disappeared. Almost. Then he set out to look for a new place to live. All the drawers had labels, but none of them was right for Eggbert. He knew he would have to look harder. There had to be some place where he would fit in. I wonder where he's going to find to live. Before long, Eggbert came to a spot with a beautiful view. If only I could stay here, he thought. Then he had a great idea. I wonder what his idea was. No one had to know that he was an egg with a cracked shell. He would paint himself to look like the other things around him. He'd blend right in. So see how he painted himself? Here's the building, and he painted that on himself, and the little plants in the window box, and he painted that on himself too. Camouflage. But just as Eggbert was thinking he'd found the perfect place, a potato plant happened to notice his crack. Split, the plant ordered. Well, that's not a very nice plant, is it? Eggbert tried not to be discouraged. Maybe I'll have better luck outdoors, he said to himself. The only way down was to jump. Hopefully he doesn't crack himself anymore, right? Oh, what beautiful flowers. Luckily, Eggbert landed in a soft bed of flowers. He had never seen flowers before, but they smelled even better than butter and lettuce. Perhaps this is the perfect place for me, he thought. A dab here, a splotch there. Voila! Eggbert was covered with flowers. But late that afternoon, an angry bee discovered that you cannot get nectar from an egg. Again, Eggbert was told to leave. It was getting dark, and he still had not found a place to live. Just when he was about to give up all hope, a glimmer of something caught his eye. I wonder what it was. What beautiful little lights, Eggbert whispered. With all his might and twice his usual care, he climbed up the fence. Perfect, Eggbert said, when he was covered with stars. But the next morning, when the night stars were gone, a cat discovered that Eggbert was just an egg with a cracked shell. Scramble, said the cat. Eggbert took a hard fall on the sidewalk. Now he was more cracked than ever. Oh, poor Eggbert. As it started to rain, he began to sob. He realized that no matter how he painted himself, he could not hide who he was. Finally, the rain stopped, and the sun broke through a crack in the clouds. Eggbert began to notice something he had never noticed in his whole life. The world was full of cracks, all sorts of wonderful cracks. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to be slightly cracked, he thought. See the crack in the clouds? Wonder what else is cracked. Oh, look. That's cracked too. From then on, Eggbert traveled around the world, making new friends and seeing famous cracked sights. Oh, look. The volcano's cracked. But he never forgot his friends back home in the fridge, and he painted them beautiful postcards of his travels. So here's all his friends home in the fridge. Oh, look, there's the Liberty Bell. There's the Colorado River and the Grand Canyon. And all these wonderful cracks in the world. They were well and truly amazed, and they missed him, if the truth be told. To this day, Eggbert does not regret being cracked. In fact, he is even a little proud of it. The end.